We got to talk about old Mitchy Mitch, the swamp creature. Yeah, because Mitch is done. Don't believe me? Well, take it from him. Let's dive in.
I've never liked calling too much attention to today's date, February 20th. But I figured my birthday would be as good a day as any to share with our colleagues a decision I made last year. During my time in the Senate, I've only really answered to two constituencies: the Republican Conference and the people of Kentucky. Over the years, the first group trusted me to coordinate campaigns, to count votes, to steer committees, to take the majority, and on 9 occasions, to lead our conference. Serving as a Republican leader was a rare and, yes, rather specific childhood dream. And just about a year ago, I thanked my colleagues for their confidence, which allowed me to fulfill it. To the distinguished members of this body, I've had the privilege to lead, and I remain deeply, deeply grateful. Today, however, it's appropriate for me to speak about an even deeper allegiance and even longer standing gratitude. 7 times, my fellow Kentuckians have sent me to the Senate. Every day in between, I've been humbled by the trust they placed in me to do their business right here. Representing our Commonwealth has been the honor of a lifetime. I will not seek this honor an 8th time. My current term in the Senate will be my last.
So you heard that there. He's done. He is done. But, you know, I am a little, it does feel a little bittersweet, right? But one thing I think remains true. I don't think he had a choice.
Talk a little bit about Mitch McConnell and the chance he's going to become a folk hero. It ain't going to likely happen. Ain't going to likely happen because I want you to look at his net approval ratings. He is underwater with everybody. He has got the ultimate, or some might say, sad trifecta of being underwater overall. Minus 39 points. 39 percentage points more of the electorate disapproves than approves of the jobs that he has done. How about Democrats? He's 58 points underwater. My goodness gracious, the chance that all of a sudden, just because he cast 3 votes against Trump, that he'd somehow become a folk hero with them is absolutely, frankly, insane. And then with Republicans, of course, he's gone up against Trump before, and that's why he's 17 points underwater with Republicans. When you're underwater with Democrats, Republicans, and overall, the chance that you're going to become a folk hero, it seems rather low to me, Paula.
It does indeed. All right. Of course, the next question is, how does his popularity compare with that of President Trump?
Yeah, so, you know, I think Donald Trump will like these numbers. All right, so let's take a look. This is the net approval rating I got overall, and I got with Republicans. Look how much higher Donald Trump is overall versus Mitch McConnell. Look at that. Trump is on the positive side of the ledger at +3. Mitch McConnell, of course, underwater overall at minus 39. So Trump is 42 points higher than Mitch McConnell is overall. Among Republicans, of course, Donald Trump very popular there with a +82 point net approval rate.
Once again, I feel like that number is a lot higher than what they are displaying there. I haven't met a real Republican yet that doesn't approve of what Trump is doing thus far. I have yet to see any Republican yet. So I feel like this number is definitely well into the 90s. So, of course, this overall number is a bit higher as well.
Rating, of course, Mitch McConnell, again, underwater at minus 17. So you do the math quickly here, 82, 17. That is nearly 100 points higher that Donald Trump is net approval rating-wise with Republicans than Mitch McConnell is. The bottom line is that when it comes to the popularity battle, Donald Trump comes out way, way, way ahead of Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, Mitch McConnell's done. He's done.
Okay. But is this just a problem with majority leaders? Is this like a heavy is the head situation? I mean, put this into historical context. Where does he stack up against other majority leaders?
Not good.
I always like going through the history books, right? I love spreadsheets. I love history books. So let's go take a look through the history books. We'll take a look at the net popularity ratings of GOP Senate leaders, their final ratings as majority leaders. Take a look here. Mitch McConnell, again, underwater at minus 39 points. How about his predecessor, Dr. Bill Frist from the great state of Tennessee? He was underwater, too, but he was only at minus 8 points. Trent Lott was at plus 5 points from the great state of Mississippi. And, of course, Bob Dole from the great state of Kansas. He was above water as well at plus 6 points. So the bottom line is Mitch McConnell, a historical anomaly when it comes to Republican leaders. He is far, far, far more underwater than any of the past GOP leaders over the last 40 years, Paula.
He's completely cooked. Absolutely done. And that's why I said I don't think he had a choice. Like I don't think it was a choice at that point. And the reason why I said it was also bittersweet is, one, because obviously the sweet part is we got rid of Mitch McConnell. He's done. He's gone. He's out of there. No more Rhino Mitch. But it was bitter because, and maybe I'm selfish for this, y'all can let me know, but I wanted the satisfaction of turning him into the new Liz Cheney. I wanted the satisfaction of watching him lose. I wanted that satisfaction. Plus, I wanted to send a message to the establishment. We're done. You're done. They're done, right? I wanted to send that message. And now we're kind of robbed of that opportunity. Obviously, we have someone like Lisa Murkowski we can still send that message with, but that's not going to be until 28. She's not up for re-election for quite some time. But I really wanted that. I really wanted that. Y'all can let me know if y'all feel the same way. If you don't feel the same way, let me know. But I really wanted that satisfaction of just beating him in the polls. Obliterating him in the polls, not physically. Okay. The next thing we got to talk about is potential replacements. And obviously there have been some people that have thrown their hat into the ring. One of those folks, and you might recognize this name, is Daniel Cameron. Okay. He has thrown his hat into the ring to run for the Senate. Okay. You guys can let me know your thoughts and your opinions on that. My personal choice at this moment in time would be a guy by the name of Nate Morris. No, I do not know Nate. Okay. I literally, when I was doing research for this video, I literally just found out about Nate Morris. I had no clue who he was, but apparently he's just like a wealthy business owner that wants to get into politics. And here's a couple videos from Nate Morris, and based on what he's saying, you'll understand why Nate Morris is a guy that I would pick over a guy like Daniel Cameron. If this guy is who he says he is, oh yeah, it's on and popping, baby.
Hey, Nate Morris here. I'm standing live here at CPAC. I just heard the news that Mitch McConnell is retiring. One of the things that we cannot have in Kentucky is another puppet for Mitch McConnell. The candidates that are looking at this race, Andy Barr and Daniel Cameron, have refused to call out Mitch McConnell for the sabotage of President Trump's agenda. We cannot have a Mitch McConnell puppet filling his seat. This is a seat that belongs to the people, and we need to send someone to Washington who's going to fight with President Trump.
He made a great point. Daniel Cameron has not called out Mitch McConnell. And if you want to go back to that post that I showed you, look at this comment right here. You're McConnell's hand-picked replacement. No thanks. Sorry, but you won't get off the block until you address this. Yeah, that doesn't look good in my humble opinion, if I do say so myself. All right. Respectfully, no, sir. Wow. Yeah, so I don't think Daniel Cameron's gonna be the guy, but y'all can let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. I'm running with this guy Nate, man. Like I said, I need to do some more research on him, and obviously we will be doing that. But so far, which has only been a few hours, Nate Morris sounds like the guy. Kentucky.
Hey, Nate Morris here. There's been a lot of rumors over the past few weeks about me possibly running for Senate or governor here in Kentucky. I haven't made a decision yet, but I'm seriously looking at it. I think President Trump needs less of these weak career politicians running for office and more outside businessmen who are going to fight for his America First agenda. Let me tell you one thing I'm not going to do. I'm not going to let Mitch McConnell dictate whether I run or not. This week I've seen some comments from a couple potential candidates for Senate suggesting they will only run if Mitch McConnell decides to retire. And I think that's exactly what's wrong with our politics today and why we have so many politicians in Washington who are so weak that they constantly fold to the left.
100%.
If you're asking for permission for Mitch McConnell to run for the Senate here in Kentucky, then you shouldn't be running in the first place because you're not running for the right reasons. Mitch McConnell, unfortunately, has sold Kentucky conservatives out for years now. He's turned his back on us, and he's turned his back on President Trump. He even voted against Pete Hegseth for defense secretary. The last thing Kentucky needs is another weak Republican who is nothing more than a puppet for Mitch McConnell. I'm inspired to possibly run by people like President Trump and my dear friend J.D. Vance, true outsiders. And if I decide to run for the Senate or governor, it won't be because Mitch McConnell gave me permission. It's going to be because I believe Kentucky is worth fighting for, and it's time for some America First leadership with a backbone in our Commonwealth. And the only way that's going to happen is we've got to elect people who are not going to bow down to the swamp and instead are ready to take out the trash in Washington, D.C. Check back with me over the next few months as I make this decision.
Now you see why? Yeah, I like this guy. I'm just saying, I like this guy. Now, like I said, I reserve the right to change my opinion. I only found out about this guy today, literally today. So there's a lot that I still need to uncover, that I still need to research, but so far, these are the type of people that we need. That right there. Don't ask for permission. Why'd you wait, Cameron? Why? I like this guy, man. I like him. Just saying. I mean, he's saying all the right stuff. Like I said, it's just a bunch of lip bumping right now, of course. I understand that, and that's why I said I reserve the right to change my opinion in the future. Okay? If there's something that comes out that shows, it displays that this guy isn't who he claims to be, well then, yeah, I'm going to have a completely different opinion. This guy won't be the guy that I back, okay? But for right now, Nate Morris. This is where you can find him, by the way, if you guys want to follow him on X. It's at Nate Morris on X right there, okay? If you want to pause it so you can jot that down or type that in, go ahead, feel free. But yeah, let me know. Who do you want to replace old Mitchy Mitch? Talk to me. Y'all stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.